Welcome back to Mady English Practice. I'm Mady.
And I'm Jules. We are so happy you chose to spend a few minutes practicing your English with us today.
Jules, you always bring the best topics for our viewers. What is our secret theme for today's lesson?
Well, today's words are very sneaky. They both share a theme about sequence and things coming after other things.
Oh, sequence? Are we talking about words like first, second, and third?
You are getting very warm, but it is a bit more specific than that. It is a pair of words that even native speakers sometimes type incorrectly.
Don't keep me in suspense. What are the words?
Today, we're looking at the difference between later and latter.
Ah, yes, those two. They are incredibly common in daily conversation.
And it is totally understandable why English learners confuse them. They sound extremely similar, and they look almost identical on the page, separated by just one single letter. Plus, they both talk about something coming next, but they do it in completely different ways.
Let's break them down so our learners never make this mistake again. Jules, spell out the first word for us.
The first word is later. That is spelled Later. It's an adverb, and its core meaning is simply at a time in the future. It is entirely about the clock.
That gives us a great rule of thumb to remember. If you can replace the word in your sentence with the phrase after some time, then later is the correct choice.
Exactly. Let's look at a quick everyday example. If I'm really busy working at my desk, I might pick up the phone and say, I cannot talk right now. I will call you later.
And you always do call me back. That is a perfect, simple example of how we use it to push an action into the future.
Now, let's put this into a larger real-life scenario so we can see both of today's words in action.
I love a good scenario. Where are we traveling to today?
We are standing in a very crowded, noisy airport. Our flight is boarding in exactly 10 minutes.
Oh no, airports always make me stressed out. 10 minutes is no time at all when you're trying to catch a plane.
I know, and we still need to buy water for the flight and find our physical boarding passes. The stakes are very high.
We definitely need to prioritize. We cannot stand in a long line and dig through our bags at the same time before the gate closes.
Right, so looking at the massive line for the shop, I turn to you and say, we need to run to the gate right now. We can buy water later.
Whew, that makes total sense in this situation. The flight is leaving immediately, so buying the water has to happen in the future, maybe from the flight attendant.
Perfect. We successfully used later to solve a time problem. So, what about our second word? How does ladder fit into our vocabulary?
Ladder is spelled Latter. Notice it has two T's. It acts as a noun or an adjective, and its core meaning is the second of two things that were just mentioned.
So, it is strictly about a list of two items, not about time passing on a clock. For example, if I say, I have an apple and a banana on my desk, but I'll eat the latter.
Exactly. You mentioned the apple first and the banana second, so the latter refers directly to the banana. Let's bring that back to our stressful airport scenario. We still have a plane to catch.
Okay, we're sprinting to the gate. The flight attendant stops us and says we have two options. We can check our heavy bags into the cargo hold, or we can squeeze them under the seat in front of us.
My bag is way too big to fit under an airplane seat. It'll never work. They'll deny us boarding.
Don't panic. I quickly reply to the flight attendant, between checking the bags and putting them under the seat, we'll choose the latter.
Phew, that makes total sense in this scenario. The latter means our second option, which was squeezing them under the seat. Wait a second, I thought your bag was too big.
Well, I had to push it really, really hard, but we made the flight.
Now that we survived the airport, let's talk about the common mistake learners make with these two words.
The biggest mistake learners make is swapping the spelling in their writing because they sound a lot alike. They use later when they're actually talking about a list.
Right, here's a perfect example of a wrong sentence. I like chocolate cake and apple pie, but I prefer the later.
And here is the correct version right beside it. I like chocolate cake and apple pie, but I prefer the latter. You absolutely need those two T's for the second item.
And honestly, it happens the other way all the time too. People will send a text message that says, "See you later" with two T's.
That is definitely incorrect. The right sentence for a goodbye is see you later with just one T, because you mean you'll see them in the future.
I think it's time for a quick check-in with our viewers to see if they caught all of that.
Good idea. Okay, everyone watching, listen closely to my sentence. If I say, I want to visit Paris and Rome, but I only have enough money for the blank, which word goes in the blank?
Take a second to think about it at home. Ask yourself, is this sentence about the clock or is it about the second of two things? You can do this.
The answer is the latter, because Rome was the second city in my list of two places. Did you get it right?
If you're still struggling, I have a fantastic memory trick for you. Look at the word later with one T. It literally has the word late hiding right inside it, L-A-T-E.
Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. Late is obviously a word about time, so later must also be about time.
Exactly. And for latter with two T's, just remember that the two T's stand for two things.
Two T's, two things. So if there are two things in your sentence, you use the word with two T's. That is completely foolproof.
Now it's time for your homework. We want you to write two of your own sentences down in the comments below.
Write one sentence using later about something you will do today, and write one sentence using latter, comparing two things sitting in your room right now.
Practicing by connecting the words to your own personal life is the fastest way to make them stick in your brain permanently. We read all your comments, so don't be shy.
Let's do a really fast recap before we let you go.
Later with one T,
Means after some time. Think of the word late.
latter with two T's,
Means the second of two things. Think two T's, two things.
you all are doing such an amazing job with your English. Keep up the fantastic work and keep practicing.
And don't put off your homework until later. See you next time on Mady English Practice.